us to also bond as a God family, and also it allows us to put key announcements that Guru Maharaj might share about travel schedules, any services we have. So please stay tuned in these WhatsApp groups. And what we're doing for now is they are open communication groups, some of them, so that allows us to just get things right in the beginning. But over time, we may just make them admin only. So we're just asking if anyone is in these WhatsApp community groups at the moment and they are an admin, could you please get in touch with me? Because what we're trying to do is just consolidate the admins of these groups as well. So we may, if you can't no longer serve as an admin, we may just remove you as an admin. But that doesn't mean you're not part of the group. You're still part of the group. You'll still be able to send communications. So yeah, if you could get in touch with me, that would be really handy. And I think this will allow us to just communicate better. And then locally, at your areas, you will know what's happening locally when Guru Maharaj is in your area as well, and what services are available. So it just helps us streamline communication. But does everyone like the theme of the groups at the moment? Yes. Yeah? Everyone's nodding heads. Cool. Perfect. Okay, and I'll hand it back to Radha Bhakti.
One more administrative, not quite announcement, but just wanted to talk to you all really quickly about mentorship. It's very important. Guru Maharaj really wants all disciples and aspiring disciples to have a mentor. Even if you are a mentor, you also need a mentor yourself. So just a few points. If you do not have a mentor, please come and speak to me. Of course, you can also speak to your local programs or local congregations to see if there's any mentorship programs available for you locally. If not, please speak to me. Please note that every mentor should be approved by Guru Maharaj, so let him know so he can approve it. And Guru Maharaj, I said that? Okay, so what we would like for mentors to do is to send a quarterly report. So every 3 months, Guru Maharaj would like to receive a report from your mentors on how you're doing. If you are a mentor, please take note to send a report. And if you can remind your mentors to do that, that would be wonderful. Again, if you don't have a mentor, you could reach out to me at cmssecretary108@gmail. We'll send an email as well. So for those of you who don't have local programs and you're looking for a mentor, we do have some mentors available in the God family. If you're in the room, just raise your hand. Badr Purnima Mataji, who's in the UK. Dharma Vatsala Prabhu, is he here? So Dharma Vatsala Prabhu is also a mentor. Mahima Mai is a mentor. Sri Devi Mataji, I think we all know who she is. Is she in here? Not yet. Srimati Mataji is a mentor as well. Vishnupriya Mataji, specifically for females in the ashram, as well as Vrinda Mataji in India. So we prefer that men are paired with men and women with women. If you are a couple, then you can be paired with either, that's okay. And then the minimum requirements is that you meet with your mentor at least once a month and that you're accountable for your sadhana. So those are the main reasons that Guru Maharaj would like you to all have a mentor. That's it. If you have any questions, please contact me. And I know you're all excited for the drama, so without further ado, how about a big round of applause for play? Sorry, one moment before that. Sorry, so Guru Maharaj also wanted us to point out that when you get initiated, first or second, it has to come with a recommendation from a mentor. So please note that initiation will either be impossible or very difficult without a mentor. So please do make every effort to have one. Okay, any questions? Make sense? Yes, Hans?
The mentors who are for Guru Maharaj in London, but there is already a mentorship system there. So what happens then? Does the mentors for Guru Maharaj directly are the mentors?
For the UK, we follow the UK system.
Okay.
So whatever they ordain, we accept.
Okay, thank you.
It's the strictest system in the world.
Yes, but UK has their own system, so.
Yeah, but many of the people who get approved that eventually get initiated by us coming from the UK system. The UK system is quite and it's I wish every major temple would have some kind of system like that.
All right, so let's encourage our actors with a round of applause.
My beloved people of Ayodhya, loyal ministers and trusted advisors, you have stood by my side for many years as I have ruled this great land with the guidance of Dharma. I am forever indebted to your service. But the time has come when my age weighs heavily upon me and I must pass on this sacred duty. It fills my heart with joy and pride to declare that my eldest son, Rama, shall be inaugurated as Crown Prince of Ayodhya, and soon he shall be king.
The people love him. Ayodhya will prosper under his rule.
A perfect choice. There is no other like Rama.
Rama is a beacon of righteousness. His wisdom, his courage, and his compassion have been witnessed by all of you. There is no heart purer than his, no mind clearer in its devotion to Dharma. Under his reign, I am certain that Ayodhya will shine brighter than ever.
Father, your words honor me deeply. It is only by your grace and the blessings of the gods that I stand before you today. Whatever duties you have entrusted upon me, I will carry them out with unwavering devotion. I will serve Ayodhya with all my heart.
Rama, you have always been my greatest joy. The people adore you, as do I. May you protect and lead them as I have. And I pray your path be smooth, for the duties of a king are many. Let the preparations begin. The coronation shall take place at the earliest auspicious moment.
It is a glorious day for Ayodhya. A new era under a new rule.
Indeed, we are so fortunate to witness this very moment.
May the gods protect you, Rama, and may you be the guiding light of Ayodhya.
Jai Shri Ram!
Jai Shri Ram.
This is how you sit here, my queen, while the future of your son is being sold right under your nose.
What are you talking about, Mantara? What do you mean stolen?
I mean exactly as I say, my queen. Rama is to be crowned king. Does that not concern you? Or have you grown so complacent that you cannot see the danger that stands before you?
Danger? Why on earth should there be danger? Rama is the most righteous. He is the eldest. This is the natural order of things. What possible threat could come from his coronation?
The threat, my queen, is that once Rama is crowned king, your son Bharat will be left with nothing. Nothing. Do you hear me? He'll be forced to bow before Rama, and you, Gugay, will lose everything you once held dear. You'll be forgotten.
Enough, Mayapur. You speak as if Rama would act unjustly, and if he would cast aside his own brother, I will not listen to this anymore.
How naive you've become! Do you really think that Rama will rule? I just don't understand, Kikay.
Dashrata loves Bharat. He's always been just with his sons.
Does Dashrata's love hold more power than the throne, Kikay? Think. You saved his life in battle, yet today, where are you in his heart? He's blinded by his love for Rama, for Kaushalya's son. You are a warrior, a queen, and yet you sit here content while the future of your son is being stolen in plain sight.
Rama loves Bharat. They are brothers. This stops now, Mantara.
Love, what good is love when power's involved? I mean, you've always been Dashrata's favourite, but now, see how quickly he forgets you in favour of Kaushalya and her son. The moment Rama takes the throne, it is she that will stand beside him, not you. She will rule Ayodhya as the Queen Mother, and you will be left to watch from the shadows. Is that the life you want?
I never thought of it that way. I always believed there was no competition between us. I love Rama. Dashrata has always been good to me.
Dashrata's always been good to you. Yes, you've always believed in Dashrata's kindness, but where is that kindness now? Has he asked you what you want for your son? Does he care that Bharat will be left with nothing while Kaushalya basks in the glory of her son's reign? Dashrata's promises will mean nothing if you don't act now.
But Rama is so loved. Would it not be for the good of the kingdom to see him rule?
The good of the kingdom or the good of Kaushalya? Do not be fooled by Rama's charm and his so-called righteousness. He may appear noble now, but once he's king, who will look after Bharat? Who will look after you? You who fought alongside Dashrata and earned the love with your courage, you will be forgotten. You saved his life in battle, my queen. You earned 2 boons that night. Have you forgotten them? The promises he made you. You have the power to change the state. Demand that Bharat be crowned king and send Rama away. And only then will you secure your son's future and your own.
2 boons.
Yes, my queen. You have the power. Demand your boons now before it's too late. Ask that Bharat be crowned king and send Rama into exile. That way he'll be out of sight, out of mind, and Ayodhya will accept Bharat as the rightful heir to the throne. You must protect your son's future before it slips away forever. You must protect yourself, my queen.
But I love Rama. I've always loved Rama.
Love does not rule kingdoms, my queen. Power does.
Ah, my beloved Kikay. You always brighten my day. Is everything well?
My lord, there is something I must speak of, something that weighs heavily on my heart.
You look troubled, my queen. What matter could cause such concern?
Do you remember, my lord, the time you returned from battle, gravely wounded?
Of course, Kikay. How could I forget? You nursed me back to health. You saved my life.
And do you remember, my lord, the promises that you made to me?
In gratitude, I vowed to grant you 2 boons. And whatever your heart desired, I've never forgotten my oath.
Well, the time has come that I must ask you to fulfill that oath.
What is it that you wish for, Kikay? Why do you hesitate?
My first boon, I asked you name Bharat, our son, the Crown Prince of Ayodhya.
Bharat. But Rama is the eldest. He is the rightful heir. This is a matter of dogma. It has always been understood that Rama will inherit the throne. You do understand, Kikay?
I understand, my lord. You made me a promise. You gave me your word. Do you intend to break it?
Kikay, this is no small request. You are asking me to undo what has been ordained by duty, by the laws of the kingdom. Rama is not only the eldest, but he is beloved by all. The people of Ayodhya adore him. He is just, he's wise, he's destined to rule. How can I now deny him that which I have declared to the people of Ayodhya?
I do not make this situation difficult, my lord. You are a king. You made a vow and your word is sacred. Do you intend to break it now due to the sake of convenience?
Hey, do you not see what you are asking of me? This is not just about an oath. This is about my son, about the future of Ayodhya. Bharat is a good boy, yes, but Rama is the very soul of this kingdom. He is my heart. How can I turn my back on him? How can I deny him that which is rightfully his?
I understand you love Rama deeply, my lord. So do I. I am not asking this out of hatred or selfishness. Trust me. You promised me, you gave me your word. I have held on to that for so many years. I have watched my son live in the shadow of Rama, knowing he would never sit on the throne, and I accepted that.
Well, until now. But Bharat is worthy, yes, but this kingdom belongs to Rama. It is his destiny, his dharma. By asking me to grant this boon, you are asking me to shatter that destiny. How can I do that? How can I look into Rama's eyes and tell him that I, his father, have betrayed him?
But you will look into my eyes and betray me. Do you think it's easy of me to ask you of this, Nasraj? Do you think my heart is not breaking? But I have watched and hoped that you would remember your promises that you made to me. Do I not have the right to ask for what was pledged to me? Am I to be denied my right whilst my son is denied his king simply because I am not Kshatriya, because my son is not Rama?
No, Kay, you know that this has nothing to do with this. But my duty is to my people, to the kingdom, to uphold righteousness. Can you not see the chaos that this will bring? The hearts of the people will break. Ayodhya will grieve for Rama.
What of me, my lord? What of my heart? Do you think it's easy for me to ask you of this, but you promised me this boon? If you deny me this boon, do your words not matter?
You're tearing my soul apart, Kay. How could you ask this of me?
I am not the villain here, my lord. I do not have any hatred for Rama. I simply ask for what is my right. If I do not stand for my son now, when will I next get the chance? You swore it. You swore it upon your love to me. Do I mean so little to you now that you would deny me?
Kay, this will destroy me. Rama is my light, my joy. Without him, there is no life left in me. You are asking me to tear my heart from my chest. How can I live with this?
I do not ask this lightly. My heart is breaking too, but if you deny me this, if you deny me this boon and Bharat's rightful place as king, then I will have lost everything. I cannot bear to live in that shadow any longer.
I cannot break my word. How can I live without Rama? What have you done to me, Kay? You turned my life into a living nightmare. And if I granted you this boon, would this prove my loyalty to you?
Yes. Yes, I will be so grateful. But on the promise of 2 boons, I am yet to ask for my second. Please understand why I must ask this. My second boon, I ask that you exile Rama to the forest for 14 years.
Exile? Rama? You want me to send him away? Away from his home, from all that he knows, from me? Oh, why? 14 years, why?
Please understand why I must ask this. Only after 14 years can it be a complete transformation. Only after 14 years will it be a complete cycle where our son can rule without judgment looming over him, without questions from the people of Ayodhya. He would never be able to be ruled or accepted if Rama was still among us.
Kay, no, this is more than cruelty. You are asking me to banish my son. My dearest son into exile, into the wild. How will he survive? How will I survive without him? You've shattered my heart, Kikei!
I understand, my lord. But it is what I must ask. It is what you promised me.
You have destroyed everything. You've destroyed everything I hold dear.
Then I have your word. Mentara. Yes, my lord. Summon Rama immediately.
Mother? Father? You called for me?
Yes, my son. There's something I must tell you, something that breaks my heart beyond measure.
Father, why do you weep? Please speak to me. Your sorrow is mine. Father!
It is I who put this burden upon your father, Rama.
Mother? Whatever you wish, please ask me. It is my duty to fulfill your desires.
Rama, my beloved son, the light of my life. You are everything a father could hope for. You're wise, you're just, you're full of grace. But I have given my word, a promise I cannot break, even if it means losing you.
A promise, Father?
Many years ago, your father granted me 2 boons. Today, I have come to claim them as it is my right. My first, Bharat, your brother, shall be crowned king in your place.
Bharat? King? Mother, if this is your wish, then so be it. Bharat is worthy, and to serve him would be my greatest honour.
That is not all, Rama. Her second boon, her second boon.
Her second boon is that you shall go into exile into the forest for 14 years.
Exile? For 14 years.
The 14 years I demand allows Bharat to rule and establish himself as king. The 14 years is enough to rule without contest and solidify his place as king.
So you'd like to exile me for 14 years, so that Bharat can rule without me contesting?
Bharat is my son. Please do not pretend it is unnatural for a mother to wish for her child's ascension. 14 years is enough time for him to build a legacy without interference.
I understand, Mother. If this is your wish, and to protect my father's word, I will abide by it.
Rama,
You haven't done anything wrong, Rama, but a promise made is a promise kept. Duty must be followed. Even the greatest of us must bow down to destiny's demands, and this is mine. You understand that, don't you?
Yes, Mother, I was just wondering if I had failed you.
Rama, I, bound by my oath, I must grant her wish. I cannot bear to send you away, not for a day, let alone 14 years. Rama, forgive me for failing you.
Father, do not weep. I shall abide by this, without any question.
Sacrifice must be made for the greater good. Bharat will lead, without interference of his elder brother.
I cannot bear it. I cannot. Losing you is like losing my very soul. What have I done? What have I done?
Father, you have not done anything. In fact, you have kept your word, and your word is everything for a king.
Rama, you are more than I deserve, more than I could ever have hoped for. I've lost everything today. Everything.
Father, you have not lost anything. I shall go to the forest as your son, and I will return as your son.
go before my heart gives out. I'm not strong enough to see you leave.
Farewell, Rama. May you sacrifice uphold Dharma for the people of Ayodhya.
Mother, take care. Father, I shall leave at dawn. Please know that I only have peace and Dharma in my heart.
Rama. My son.
Stay strong, Father. Stay strong.
May the gods watch over you. Always.
You have kept your word, Maharaj. You should be proud. Rama has honoured you.
Proud? Proud of what? That I sent my own son into the wilderness.
I did it for our son, Bharat. He deserves the...
Bharat! You speak of Bharat. You think he will honour you and bless you when he learns how his kingdom was stolen? No, Kike. You have not secured his future. You've poisoned it. Hope you enjoyed it.
I didn't enjoy it at all. I was feeling like you were feeling.
And going through turmoil. Thank you so much for watching. We were asked to say a few words. Is that okay on the piece? And would you like to hear that? Would you like to hear a little bit about it?
Yes.
So feel free, you could join. So Maharaj very kindly gave us the opportunity to perform this drama, and we took it with both hands, although we didn't manage to get to Italy, which we're very upset about, but we managed to get here. So it's been a little long awaiting, but yeah, what do we say? It started off with, well, actually Lali instigated the idea because she saw the scenes of Mantara and Dasharat and Rama, and picked this particular type of section of the Ramayana because it had the most conflict in it. And that's been an interesting part of the discussions which have been in the sessions at the moment in the classes. that where there's the most conflict, there's the most to learn. I think as dramatists, you're instantly trying to get to the conflict. You're not trying to shy away from the conflict because you know that that is the most interesting part of the drama and how it holds the most dramatic tension. So I think Lali had a really nice idea to go to that. We had different ideas, but that was what came up the most. So we just ran with it and we looked at different parts, different versions of the Ramayana and things like that. And we started to rehearse and voila, here we are. But it's interesting, the lessons you learn from it. I'm really a neophyte, I'm not qualified at all to speak on such topics at all, but maybe I could speak something of my own personal realization with it for what it's worth. So for me it was amazing to see how do you start to begin to play somebody who is in that position. How do you begin to play somebody who is banishing or responsible for banishing Rama into exile? It's a pretty tough position to be in, and I was trying to meditate on what that must be like. What must it be like to have Rama as your son? Because that's what interests me as an actor. What's the feeling of that? And I don't think I could ever grasp that, but what must it be like, at least? And yeah, it's pretty heavy going. So I just realised how much conflict that Dasharatha was in, and all these characters actually, how much conflict they're all in. But what I came to learn was that they represent, apparently, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but they represent different spiritual lessons. So for Dasharatha, he represents the mind. Mantara, thank you, represents ignorance, and that voice that's instilling fear. Kake, thank you, represents the ego, and Rama represents the soul. So it's what happens if we start to listen to the ego, I believe, and we ignore the voice of the soul, if you like. So that's what I took from it. But I don't know if you have any questions or if you want to speak anything about it. Yes.
I was going to say, I think you were saying about ignorance, I think it was also illusion and Maya that Mantara represented. It's quite funny because her character she's essentially playing an actor in a play, because without this scene, Rama would never have gone into the forest. There would be no Ramayana. Not that, like, she's so special. She's not. But in a sense of, without these characters that are very real and relatable in Kali Yuga, you wouldn't have these amazing lessons to take from scriptures. So that's my
Kaikeyi is a good person, a loving person. Animal is the best wisher of everyone. She has all qualities that are concerned with the welfare of others. But all of a sudden she became a different person. Association. And not only association, but acquiescing in a submissive way to to something that apparently seemed to be right, but was motivated by something else, selfishness. Mantara was afraid that if Kaikeyi was kept in her position and Kaushalya was the main queen, then Mantara would be, what we say, relegated to a lesser situation, and she wouldn't get the glory that she's getting now, because King Dasrat would favor Kaushalya over Kaikeyi, which would have changed everything for Mantara. And therefore, she used that as a way to influence Kaikeyi to believe something that was actually not even good for Kaikeyi or anyone. So if you look at it from that point. So the purport is to associate with persons who are motivated by selfish interests can also change a good person to become like that. So the message is we should always be careful in terms of how we give association and accept association. Because there's an old saying, tell me who you associate with and I'll tell you who you are. When association influences a lot. So this was a very powerful message, at least from that perspective.
Hare Krishna. I was just going to say I was moved by the play, and when it reminded me of this point that in ancient civilizations they would have these plays, and the purpose of the plays was to allow the public to reflect on these deeper aspects of life. And I think the Prabhupada said that the UK will be conquered by drama. I think it was a statement by Prabhupada, and I was just thinking that, yeah, I can see that because it's so moving. And I was watching the audience, I could see people crying. I wasn't sure if he did me so much. Yeah.
I was on the verge.
Yeah. It's just so moving, but it's just so powerful.
The acting was so
super. Yeah, super.
It was so I would say it was living Ramayana.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just so moving. I think it's such a...
It took us right into the whole scene. Yeah. It was beautiful.
And it really leaves that, you're talking about samskars and leaving impressions, and I thought that it's just such a powerful way to communicate spiritual wisdom. So I just want to say thank you for that, it's incredible.
I don't know why it's in hand with this. Okay. Just like to say thank you everyone for coming, and yeah, thank you for our last minute ministers as well. Round of applause for them. And he was like, I'm an actor. I was like, yeah, great, we'll use you. So yeah, thank you so much. Our dad did a little bit of the music, and he made some, so yeah, this is hopefully just a little snippet, and hopefully we can come back and do lots more. And
We'd love to do more.
yeah, and maybe join us next year for part 2.
We have part 2 tomorrow.
I left you on a cliffhanger. Will he go to the forest?
Rather every day.
Thank you.
Shall I go to my other role now? So at 5 o'clock. Thank you all very much. For me, I just wanted to say it was a real honor to be in the company of Lalita, Anahita, and John. They are fabulous actors. They are on another level, and they're really tolerating me. I had no idea. They learned all their lines, and I was still messing everything up. And it was really tolerant. And I said to them today, if I was you, I'd be so frustrated at me. But they were just really tolerant, and I'm really grateful for them. Thank you all so much. So I think we're having a break now. And we're back at 5 o'clock for the next, what's the time now?
5 to 5.
5 to 5. So should we say 10 past 5? What, is 5 to 5 now? 10 to 5. So should we come back at 5?
We can extend the class because we have a gap, so we can come back in 15 minutes.
Great. So let's come back in 15 minutes and we'll put the bar and we'll give the class in the next 10. Okay. Haribo!